Hi everybody, this is Angie Camorra, the best mixologist, cocktailologist, zymbiologist in the world, and today I'm going to show you how to make a martini because once again I've been going out to Melbourne and so forth, asking for martinis, and they give me this swamp juice. I don't even know what the hell you call it, but it is really shit. And I think you all need to learn how to make it from the master. I did win a cocktail competition back in 2011, and yeah, I got a trophy to prove it. So the martini, it was created in 1823 by a fellow by Martin. He loved drinking tea. He was stuck for a long time in Japan, and this is where he created it. So the first thing that it calls for is a Japanese whiskey. I don't have a lot of Japanese whiskey here, but I've got the Yamazaki 12. So I reckon we do about like 40, 60 mils, something like that, okay, which is great. The next thing that it called for was a white vermouth, a white vermouth. I've got vermouth here. It's called Pimmy's number one. Number one means it's the first batch of the first ever bottle. This is rare, but you just want like about 15 mils of Pimmy's in there as well. Yeah, so not a lot of ingredients in there. Sometimes you can add a little bit of bitters. So I'm going to do some Regans. Gary Regan, that guy is a fucking legend. So I'm going to use a bit more for him. Okay, so just a couple dashes there. You don't need a lot because you don't want to upset the harmonious balance of the intricate sort of botanicals and everything that are in the Yamazaki, because they use like a really high quality juniper in their Yamazakis. So yeah, Yamazaki. Okay, so the next up we're going to need is to add complexity and depth and flavor and coating. We're going to use some chickpea juice in there. This is to have all you vegans out there, look at this, right? The best mixologist in the world, we use chickpea juice. None of this normal like duck freaking eggs and all the shit. And Tim Phillips, I think he did something with a quail egg back there and won some stupid competition in 2012. Anyway, doesn't really matter. So this cocktail is shaken because James Bond tells us that we should shake it. And why was it called the martini? Because it needs some tea. But the thing with it is, if you're going to make a really good martini, you need something that balances really well with the Yamazakis and that. So I'm going to use chai tea with a little bit of Earl Grey tea, because Earl Grey works well as well in a martini. And then maybe some Dilmah. I don't know what this is, but I reckon it'll be pretty cool as well. So the key to this is you need to shake it really nice for your customers, because hospitality is an experience, right? Like, it's all going. Anyone can make a martini like this, but you've got to really be able to show your flair. And then it's the slow shake at the end. What that does is it allows the tannins to just disperse slowly and eloquently from the tea bags. I was taught this by my grandmaster, Damien Koss Beckwith. He is who I look up to in this industry, who I want to be. Oh, look at that. You can tell if you've shaken well, you will actually rip the tea bag from the string. Now the key to it as well is to make sure is you always see the tannins are just working perfectly. As it once again, oh, so good, so good. All right, so we're then going to strain that into a glass. I didn't wash the strainers before, but My hands don't taste dirty, so it's fine. All right, so you just want to delicately strain your martini. Look at that. I can see the chai floating. If only video could show the aromas, you would be so happy right now. Then, for my garnish, the garnish is the most important, okay? Because some people want a dirty martini and so forth. What it means is if you want a dirty martini, you have to add more chickpea juice, okay? So this is a dirty martini. Always make sure that when you do a garnish, it has to be a garnish that matches the ingredients in the drink. I've got no olives in this. I've got chickpea juice, so I'm going to do a chickpea garnish as well. So just a skewer of chickpeas. Let's give it a try. Once again, aromatic, harmonious. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's delicious. Let's go again. Oh, I could taste the chai in there. Oh, I got a runny nose all of a sudden. It's okay, it's not COVID, I got tested. The chickpea juice is obviously the hero of the martini. The tea, once again, harmonious. I'm really loving, I don't pick up the Yamazaki or Yamazaki 12. You could probably get away with maybe like something old, younger, like a Yamazaki 2 or something like that. The Pimmy's is definitely coming through. Guys, if you want to be like me, make sure that you apply for Australian Bartender Magazine Bartender of the Year. I think I'm going to give it another crack this year. Try to work out the test. That's my hard part. I want to be like Damien Cos-Beckwith because he made it the last year and the year before. But all you great cocktailologists like me, and for those of you that are not in Australia, there's always World Class and Bacardi Legacy. Oh, juice running down. Give it a good go, guys. I'm driving, so I'm just rinsing, like wine people do. Cheers, like, subscribe to the best mixologist in the world. Hasta la vista, baby.